Have you ever stared out at the ocean and wondered what secrets lie beneath the waves? For thousands of years, one name has echoed through history, a whisper of a golden age lost to time: Atlantis. Was it a real place, a magnificent civilization swallowed by the sea? Or is it just one of history's greatest stories? Today, we diving deep into the legend to uncover what might have really happened to the lost city of Atlantis. Our story begins not with treasure maps or ancient ruins, but with the writings of one of history's most famous thinkers, the Greek philosopher Plato. Around 360 BC, he wrote to dialogues Timaeus and Critias, where he first introduced the world to this incredible island nation. According to Plato, Atlantis was an immense naval power located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which is what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. This wasn't just some small island, it was a continent-sized empire. He described a city of unimaginable wealth and architectural marvels. Concentric rings of land and water formed its capital, connected by massive canals and bridges. The temples were adorned with gold, silver, and a mysterious, shimmering metal called orichalcum, which was said to be second only to gold in value. The Atlanteans were described as a noble and powerful race, descended from Poseidon, the god of the sea, and a mortal woman named Cleito. For generations, they lived in harmony and virtue. Their society was advanced, their military was mighty, and their influence stretched across continents. But, as Plato tells it, their divine nature began to fade. Greed, arrogance, and a lust for power corrupted their hearts. They set out to conquer the rest of the known world, launching an aggressive campaign against Athens and other nations. It was this hubris, this moral decay, that sealed their fate. Plato writes that in a single, terrible day and night, the gods unleashed their fury. Violent earthquakes and catastrophic floods ravaged the island, and Atlantis, with all its splendor and all its people, sank beneath the waves, vanishing from the face of the earth forever. Plato's account is incredibly detailed, which has led many to believe it must be based on a real event. But here's the crucial part. Was Plato writing history, or was he crafting a cautionary tale? Most historians and archaeologists today believe it's the latter. They argue that Plato created the story of Atlantis as an allegory, a fable to illustrate his philosophical ideas about the ideal state. Atlantis, with its corruption and eventual downfall, served as the perfect villain to contrast with his vision of a perfect, virtuous Athens. In his story, the smaller, morally superior Athens successfully repels the mighty Atlantean invasion, proving that virtue is more powerful than military might and wealth. It was a political and moral lesson wrapped in a compelling narrative. So, if it's just a story, why has it captivated us for so long? Why are people still searching for a lost city that probably never existed? Well, the allure of a hidden, advanced civilization is simply irresistible. It sparks our imagination and our sense of adventure. Over the centuries, countless theories have popped up attempting to pinpoint a real-world location for Atlantis. One of the most popular and compelling theories connects Atlantis to the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete and the nearby island of Thera, which we now know as Santorini. The Minoans were a powerful Bronze Age civilization, known for their beautiful palaces, stunning art, and extensive trade network. They were a major maritime power in the Mediterranean, much like the Atlanteans. Then, around 1600 BC, something catastrophic happened. The volcano on the island of Thera erupted with unimaginable force. This was one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history, thousands of times more powerful than a modern atomic bomb. The explosion blew the center out of the island, creating the crescent-shaped caldera we see today. It triggered colossal tsunamis that would have decimated coastal cities across the Mediterranean, including those on nearby Crete. The sky would have been black with ash for days, leading to crop failures and a volcanic winter. The parallels are striking. A powerful island civilization destroyed by a natural disaster involving earthquakes and floods. It sounds a lot like Plato's story, doesn't it? It's possible that the memory of this real, traumatic event was passed down through generations for over 1,000 years, eventually reaching Plato, who then adapted it for his own philosophical purposes. He might have embellished the details, changed the timeline, and moved the location to create his perfect allegory, but the core of the story, a great civilization destroyed by the sea, could have been rooted in the very real fate of the Minoans. But Santorini is just one theory. The search for Atlantis has taken explorers all over the globe. Some have looked in the Bahamas, pointing to the Bimini Road, a submerged rock formation that looks suspiciously man-made, though geologists largely agree it's a natural phenomenon. Others have suggested locations like Spain, Morocco, or even Antarctica hidden beneath the ice. The infamous Psychic Edgar case even claimed Atlantis was a highly advanced civilization powered by energy crystals and that its survivors fled to Egypt and Central America, influencing the pyramids. These more fantastical theories often rely on pseudoscience and speculation rather than concrete evidence. While they make for exciting television shows and books, they move us further away from historical and archaeological reality. Without any actual, verifiable ruins, artifacts, or geological evidence that match Plato's description, the physical city of Atlantis remains firmly in the realm of legend. So, what really happened to the lost city of Atlantis? The most likely answer is that it never truly existed as a physical place. It was born in the brilliant mind of Plato, a powerful myth designed to teach us about the dangers of pride and the importance of virtue. It was a story about us, about our potential for greatness and our capacity for self-destruction. However, the legend may have been inspired by real events, like the devastating volcanic eruption that crippled the Minoan civilization. The memory of that cataclysm, passed down through the ages, could have provided the spark for Plato's timeless tale. In the end, perhaps it doesn't matter whether Atlantis was real or not. The search for it is really a search for ourselves, for a connection to a grand, mysterious past and a hope for a better future. The legend of Atlantis continues to inspire us to explore, to question, and to dream of what lies just beyond the horizon, or just beneath the waves. It's a story that has become part of our collective consciousness, a modern myth that will likely endure for centuries to come. What do you think? Was Atlantis a real place, or is it just Plato's greatest story? Let me know your theories in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.